Hello YouTubers, this is 777 Forever coming at you with another highly anticipated and highly recommended model. Today I'll be doing a review on the Gemini Jets El Al Israel Airlines Boeing 787-9 stretch Dreamliner in a 1/200 scale model. This is my second El Al Israel Airlines model, and I purchased this model from Easy Toys, whose store is based out of San Diego, California, here in the United States of America, and their website is www.easytoys.com. But first, allow me to share some information about the history of El Al Israel, if you would please. El Al Israel Airlines is an Israeli airline that was founded on September 28, 1948, with its first inaugural flight from Geneva, Switzerland to Tel Aviv, Israel, as the airline was officially incorporated and became the national flag carrier of Israel on November 15, 1948. The headquarters of El Al Israel Airlines, along with its main hub and base of operations, are located on the grounds of the Ben Gurion International Airport, which is located approximately 12 miles southeast of Tel Aviv, Israel, that's located in the Israeli Central District section that lies near the town of Lod. El Al Israel Airlines currently flies to 55 destinations worldwide on 4 inhabited continents, which includes North America, Europe, Africa, and Asia, with the operating fleet of 43 aircraft, which includes 2 Boeing 787-9 stretch Dreamliners. And in addition to the 43 aircraft that are currently operating in El Al's fleet, the airline also has unfulfilled orders for an additional 14 aircraft that includes 7 Boeing 787-8s and 7 Boeing 787-9 stretch Dreamliners, as those aircraft, as we speak, are currently on back order and are awaiting delivery. And as of January 2018, or at the time of this video review posting, El Al Israel Airlines currently operates as a certified 3-star airline carrier, according to the international airline review firm Skytrax magazine. Now let's take a look at the front of the box. You see here, you see the Gemini 200 engraved gold decal. You see the El Al Israel title right there, along with the Israeli flag, the computer generated picture of the aircraft type, as well as the 1/200 scale die-cast aircraft model and item information at the lower part of the box. Now you're looking at the back of the box with all the Gemini Jets information on there, including their social media, Facebook page, their information there as well as the Boeing official license product decal there at the left side of the box. Now you're looking at the top of the box where you see the Gemini 200 decal, along with the warning information there as well. And this is the bottom of the box, as you see there. This is the left side of the box where you see the Gemini 200 decal, the 1/200 scale die-cast model information, the computer generated picture of the aircraft type, as well as the item number as well. And this is the right side of the box, the same information I showed you on the left side of the box earlier, okay? Now looking at the front of the box at this angle, and the reason I got this angle is it's a flap here. There's some information on there, so I'm gonna open that up right there, and this is what you see inside the box right there. The model itself, the model stand, along with the gear replacements. I'm gonna take that out and let you see it in its entirety. All right. Now, since I opened up that flap, this is what's inside that flap there. The information, the aircraft information, as well as El Al Israel information there as well. You can pause that and read that if you like. Now here's the packaging out of the box. You see here is this partial plastic and partial foam. I'm going to take the partial plastic off here. You see that right there. And what you see there is the model itself, the model stand, and the gear replacement doors in that little package there. Alright, now you got the idea there. Okay, I finally took the model stand out of the packaging there. It's out of the packaging. This nice little metal stand that came with the model, and you see that black pattern right there. That will prevent your model from being damaged or scratched when you put your model on that stand there. Now you're looking at this plastic bag, and what you see in this plastic bag are the gear replacement doors along with the 2 toothpicks. Please stay tuned as I go into detail for the purpose of these gear replacements for this particular model. Alright, with all that information out of the way about the history of El Al Israel Airlines and how they came into existence, all the details on that box there that came with the model came in, plus the packaging right here, plus the metal model stand, and plus the package, the gear replacements in that package there. With no further ado, here is the model out of the packaging. Check it out. There it is, everyone. The Gemini Jets, El Al Israel Airlines Boeing 787-9 stretch Dreamliner in a 1/200 scale model. Now, allow me to share some information about the El Al Israel Airlines Boeing 787-9 stretch Dreamliner and how it was acquired as part of their growing fleet. El Al Israel Airlines officially became the 24th carrier to acquire this prestigious state-of-the-art aircraft when the Tel Aviv-based carrier took delivery of its first of 9 Boeing 787-9 stretch Dreamliners that the airline had placed orders for back on October 29, 2015, as the first Boeing 787-9 stretch Dreamliner, which bears the registration ship number 4X-EDA, which is this one right here, was officially delivered on August 22, 2017 at a delivery ceremony that was held at Boeing 787 Everett Delivery Center facility, which is located in Everett, Washington. And then it made its actual debut on September 4, 2017 with the validation flight between Tel Aviv, Israel and London Heathrow for flight certification purposes, giving the maintenance crews, the flight crews, and the ground staff personnel time to get familiar with the aircraft before the actual international launch. Then fast forward 8 days later. That's when the Tel Aviv-based carrier's first inaugural international revenue service flight on this aircraft actually took place, which was on September 12, 2017. And that's when El Al Israel Airlines officially began utilizing this aircraft on their Tel Aviv to London Heathrow route, replacing the Boeing 777-200ER that was previously utilized on this route, as Tel Aviv has become the international gateway base for this aircraft type, where this aircraft currently operates most of its flights out of their hub at Ben Gurion International Airport, as this aircraft is destined to become the airline's official flagship jetliner for the Tel Aviv-based carrier, as El Al Israel expects to have all 9 of their Boeing 787-9 stretch Dreamliners fully operating in their fleet by the end of 2020. This aircraft will also be the aircraft that will ultimately replace their aging Boeing 747-400s and their aging Boeing 767-300ERs, in which both are scheduled to be phased out completely from the airline's fleet by the end of 2020 respectively. Now let's talk about this livery you see displayed on this aircraft. This is the modern updated livery scheme for El Al Israel's Boeing 787-9 stretch Dreamliner, which is similar to the airline's current livery scheme, which was introduced in 1999, as this livery scheme features a lighter blue stripe with a thick silver border that begins at the bottom of the aircraft, that sweeps across the side of the aircraft near the wing, then disappears over the top of the aircraft, then reappears at the bottom of the tail fin. The El Al logo is also part of the design. However, it has changed slightly as the logo has been also enlarged, and now the logo sits entirely at the center of the tail fin, as this livery has been the airline's signature trademark livery look ever since it was introduced in 1999. Now you got the information about how they acquired this aircraft and the updated livery on this aircraft as well. So with that said, let's get down to business and allow me to show you all the details on this aircraft. Now, shall we? Let's begin to check it out. Now, we're going to begin on the front of the aircraft, on the port/left side of the aircraft, starting at the bottom here. You see these gears, the nose gears right here, the nose gear struts, the nose gear door featuring the partial registration ship number on there, EDA. And then you see the pitot tubes and the static ports, what have you. You see the nose cone, the windshield wipers, and the cockpit windows. I'm going to give you a better visual view of those later on in the review. But you see that little name underneath the cockpit window, Ashdod? That's the name of this aircraft. And it's also El Al Israel. If you didn't know, El Al Israel also named a aircraft after certain cities throughout Israel. Ashdod is the 6th largest city and home to the largest port in Israel, accounting for over 60% of the country's imported goods. Ashdod is also located in the southern district section of the country on the Mediterranean coast, where it is situated approximately 20 miles north of Tel Aviv, Israel, 12 miles south of Ashkelon, and 33 miles west of Jerusalem, as the first documented urban settlement at Ashdod dates back to the Canaanite culture of the 17th century BCE. making the city as one of the oldest in the world, as this ancient historic city is mentioned 13 times in the Bible, when this city was settled by the Philistines, the Israelites, the Greek colonists, the Romans, the Byzantines, the Arabs, the Crusaders, and the Ottoman Turks. Modern Ashdod was established in 1956 on the sand hills near the site of the ancient town, and was officially incorporated as a city in 1968. As Ashdod today is also home to the largest Moroccan Jewish community in Israel, the largest Karati Jewish community in Israel, and the largest Georgian Jewish community in the world, respectively. And then you see the ALI title right here, up here on the front part of the aircraft. The name El Al actually comes from the Bible's book of Hosea, which actually means to the above, or poetically to the skies, as the El Al name is also inscripted in Hebrew as well. That's El Al in Hebrew there, okay? And now you're looking at the Israeli flag next to the El Al title, which is right here. This flag decal represents the country where El Al Israel Airlines currently operates from as the national flag carrier airline for the country of Israel. Now you're going to look at this nice little blue and silver cheek line right here. It goes across this aircraft here, which I find impressive. And then they're meeting up at the tail, as I mentioned earlier. Okay. Perfect. Now on the edge of the wings, you got a good view of the inboard landing lights in a triangular pattern right there. The three little dots in there make it a little realistic and detailed there. Now you're looking at the engines here, and these are the Rolls-Royce Trent 1000 engines that El Al Israel Airlines selected to use on this particular Boeing 787-9 stretch Dreamliner aircraft. You also see the logo there on the cowling right there, as well as the sawtooth pattern. And the purpose of the sawtooth pattern is for two reasons: noise reduction and improved fuel efficiency at the same time. And you also got to detail the engine cones right there as well. Now I'm going to turn this aircraft model around, let you see the front of the engine, and the turbofan blades do spin. Let's check it out. Now you're looking at the front view of these engines, and very detailed, and the turbofan blades do spin. Check it out. Perfect. You also see the engine stripes right there, and you got a better visual view of the inboard landing lights, as well as the landing bogey gears here on the port side, the landing gear struts, as well as the landing gear door there as well. Now you're looking at the engines on the starboard side, and the turbofan blades spin over here as well. You also see the engine stripe, as well as the inboard landing light here on the starboard side, as well as the landing gears here on the starboard side, the landing gear struts, as well as the landing gear door there as well. Now you look at the front of the aircraft, where you see the nose gears right here, the nose gear struts. Inside the nose gear door, the nose gear lights, you see the nose cone. You got a better visual view of the cockpit windows, as well as the windshield wipers, including the power escape hatch door, which sits right there as well. So with that said, I'm going to take it back to the port side, because there's more information shared with you over there as well. Let's roll. Now behind these massive Rolls-Royce Trent 1000 engines, you got a better visual view of the landing bogey gears here on the port side, as well as the landing gear struts, as well as the landing gear doors there as well. Now you're looking at the rake wingtips here on the port side, featuring the red navigation light right there. Now you're at the back of the aircraft on the port side still, where you see the Dreamliner decal next to the L3 door right there. You see there? If you didn't know, this aircraft was given the name Dreamliner in July 2003 after a public naming competition was held for the 787, in which this aircraft was originally named. The E was said to have stood for various things such as environmentally friendly or efficiency. However, Boeing later revealed that the E actually stood for 8, and after casting approximately 500,000 votes in more than 160 countries around the world, The Dreamliner title was the favorite choice name for this aircraft and was officially given the name the Boeing 787 Dreamliner in January 2005, as this decal can be seen on most of the 787s that are currently flying today. Alright, we still at the back of the aircraft here where you see the AFT bolt bin door right there, and above that decal is the Boeing 787-9 decal you see there. El Al Israel Airlines is now one of 26 carriers that's currently operating the Boeing 787-9 stretch Dreamliner in their fleet, along with Air New Zealand based out of Auckland, Etihad Airways based out of Abu Dhabi, United Airlines based out of Chicago, Air Canada based out of Montreal, Virgin Atlantic based out of London, the LATAM Airlines Group based out of Santiago, Chile, ANA All Nippon Airways based out of Tokyo, Japan, Vietnam Airlines based out of Hanoi, Vietnam, Scoop, a subsidiary of Singapore Airlines based out of Singapore, Japan Airlines also based out of Tokyo, Japan, American Airlines based out of Dallas, Fort Worth, Air France based out of Paris, France, Hainan Airlines based out of Hainan, China, Xiamen Airlines based out of Xiamen, China, Saudi Airlines based out of Jeddah, Saudi Arabia, Aero Mexico based out of Mexico City, Air China based out of Beijing, China, KLM Royal Dutch Airlines based out of Amsterdam, British Airways based out of London also, Norwegian Air Shuttle based out of Fornebu, Thomson Airways based out of Luton, Bedfordshire, Aman Air based out of Amman, Korean Air based out of Seoul, South Korea, Thai Airways International based out of Bangkok, and Qantas based out of Sydney, Australia. Now you're looking at the registration ship number right by the L4 door right there. Registration ship number 4X-EDA. Registration ship number 4X-EDA. This aircraft is the first of 9 Boeing 787-9 stretch Dreamliners to enter the El Al fleet. And the first test flight on this aircraft took place on July 11, 2017 and was finally delivered to El Al Israel Airlines on August 22, 2017. Now on the right side of the L4 door, you see the Boeing, probably all Boeing decal. This decal indicates that El Al Israel Airlines has been operating in all Boeing fleet since taking delivery of its first new Boeing aircraft in 1961, and still continues to operate in all Boeing fleet some 57 years later as of 2018. Alright, we still at the back of the aircraft where you see the El Al Israel Airlines logo that's displayed on the tail there. The El Al logo that's displayed on the tail is a resemblance of the blue Star of David, which is also known in Hebrew as the Shield of David or Magen David. The logo also symbolizes the Israeli flag that's draped across the tail. See here as well as there. Alright. Now you're looking at the APU exhaust, which stands for Auxiliary Power Unit, and the hole is very realistic in detail. You see there as I stick that in there, see? And then you see the strobe light right there by the APU exhaust hole right there, as well as the aircraft from the rear view angle. Check it out. There. Now you're looking at the front of the aircraft on the starboard side where you see the nose gears right here, the nose gear struts, the nose gear door featuring the partial registration ship number on there, EDA, along with the pitot tubes and the static ports, what have you. You see the nose cone, the windshield wipers, the cockpit window, the power escape hatch door up there, and you see Ashtar written in Hebrew, inscripted in Hebrew, you see there. You see the front cargo container loading door there. You see the Israeli flag right there, decal. You see the LI titles right there, also LI in Hebrew, as well as the blue and silver cheat line that goes across this aircraft here, you see there. Impressive. Now you're looking at the inboard landing lights right there, the Rolls-Royce Trent 1000 engines right there, featuring the Rolls-Royce logo right there, the sawtooth pattern on here, as well as the engine cones. And you got a better visual view of the landing bogey gears here on the starboard side, the landing gear struts, as well as the landing gear door there as well. Now you're looking at the rake wingtip on the starboard side, featuring the green navigation light on the edge of the rake wingtip. Now you're looking at the back of the aircraft on the starboard side, where you see the Dreamliner decal, the rear cargo container loading door, the Boeing 787-9 decal, the registration ship number on there, the Boeing, probably all Boeing decal, as well as the airline's logo, which resembles that of the Israeli flag, and the Star of David as one. Check it out. There, as well as the strobe light here on the starboard side there as well, right next to the APU auxiliary power unit exhaust hole. Now, before I show you the aerial bird's eye view of this aircraft model and the undercarriage belly view of this aircraft model in full detail, I'm going to let you see one feature, which is the rolling gears, which rolls pretty good. Alright, impressive. It even tilts by itself. Oh, that's even more impressive. So, with that being said, allow me to show you the aerial bird's eye view of this aircraft model. Let's check it out. Now you're looking at the aerial bird's eye view of this aircraft, where you see the nose cone, the windshield wipers, the cockpit windows, the pod escape hatch door. You see the anti-collision beacon light right there, which is silver instead of red. You see the LI titles along with the Israeli flag decal, a high frequency antenna, a satellite communications antenna, the Wi-Fi box. You see the cheat line meeting up right there, and a couple more high frequency antennas, the tail. And then there's the horizontal stabilizer right there. The dots are missing, but when they was there, they would be the purpose of those illuminator lights will light up this tail here when it flies during nighttime. Okay. Now let's check out the wings. No wing walkway, but you got the no step warning information. You got the engine from the aerial bird's eye view, the engine stripe, flaps, slats, ailerons, spoilers, what have you, the registration ship number, the fuel dump valve, and the rake wingtip on this side. Let's check this side. No wing walkway, but you see the no step warning information, the engine stripe, flaps, slats, ailerons, spoilers, what have you, fuel dump valve, and the rake wingtip on this side as well. Now you're looking at the undercarriage belly view of this aircraft, where you see the nose cone. I don't know what that is by the nose cone. There's the closed nose gear door, as well as the open nose gear door featuring the nose gear. You see the silver and blue cheat line right there. The anti-collision beacon light right here under the belly. The hole where the stand goes in at. The Gemini Jets logo. A high frequency antenna there. You see the rear boat bin door, as well as the rear cargo container loading door there. No APU housing door there. There's the horizontal stabilizers underneath. There's the gears right here. They don't tilt, a little challenge tilting there. There's the engines there, very detailed. There's the registration ship number, the fuel dump valve, and the rake wingtip underneath. Let's check out the gears over here. Oh, they tilt there, pretty impressive. The engine's there. The fuel dump valve, as well as the rake wingtip on this side of the aircraft as well. Now, since I showed you the aerial bird's eye view of this aircraft model, as well as the undercarriage belly view of this aircraft model in full detail, now I'm going to put it on that little wooden stand back there that I showed you earlier. So no further ado, here is the model on the stand. Check it out. Alright, finally got this model on the stand. Looks pretty impressive with it on the stand. You see it in takeoff landing position with the wings flexing there on the port side. Now you're looking at the front angle of this aircraft in the takeoff landing position with the wing flexing with the model on the stand. Now you're looking at this model in the takeoff landing position with the wing flexing on the starboard side with the model on the stand. And finally, looking at this model from the tail cam angle. Alright, before I take this model to stand, I got in this position for a reason, and the reason is I'm going to go ahead and take off the gears, and starting with the nose gear right here. They are magnetic. Hold on. Okay, finally got the gear out there. There's the magnetic gear right there. The magnetic gear here on the port side. There. As well as the magnetic gear here on the starboard side. There. Okay. Now since I got all the gears off here, I'm going to let you see this model at a different angle without the gears. Check it out. Now you're seeing this model display in flight mode position right there. You got a couple of options from this point on how you want to display your model. One option is you want to continue to display it like that. That's fine. This little plastic bag that I showed you earlier, that's the purpose of these gear replacement doors, is to substitute your gears while you display your model in flight mode. Or you can go back to the other option, which I prefer to do, just keep them in a gear down position. That's your choice. I choose to leave mine on there because it adds more value to the model. But with that said, I'm going to go ahead and put these gears back on this model, take the model to stand, and go ahead and wrap up this model review. Alright. Now the seating configuration. The El Al Israel Airlines Boeing 787-9 stretch Dreamliner seats 282 passengers in a 3-class cabin configured layout. Here's the breakdown, everyone, from rows 9 to 16, which will be from here to here. You have 32 business first class open suites. Row 17 to 20, which will be from here to about right here. You have 28 premium economy class seats, and rows 21 to 59, which will be about from here all the way back to the rear of the aircraft. You have 222 economy class seats, which brings us those 282 seats. And on a side note, however, rows 21, which will be about right here, and rows 45 and 46, which will be right here and here. You have 16 preferred class seats. That's like extra legroom seats, okay? And finally, and in addition to utilizing the Boeing 787-9 stretch Dreamliner on the London Heathrow route as the inaugural destination, El Al Israel Airlines has begun or will begin utilizing their Boeing 787-9 stretch Dreamliners on routes from Tel Aviv, Israel to worldwide destinations such as Newark, Hong Kong, New York JFK, which will commence on June 29, 2018, and San Francisco, which will commence on December 2nd, 2018. Well, everyone, this will conclude this model review. Sorry about the lengthy review here. This is one of these long videos, very detailed. But anyway, I'd like to know if you got this model or you plan on getting this model. This model is still available. Please snatch it up while you can. But in the meantime, take care. God bless. Stay tuned. There's more model content coming. Peace.